That's
Oh yeah, dear God help me. I have. There are too many players for me to remember. If I ever forget you, if you've ever been like on a match that I've commentated before, I am so sorry. I have a goldfish memory.
dude. And also, like, do you know how many times like I've been to like so many events and people are just like, "Easton, do you remember me?" And I'm like, no. And then like I've had people be like, "Wow, that's rude," and I'm like, I met like 300 people today.
It's like I don't know what I had
crazy.
for breakfast. I don't remember what I had for lunch. Why you ask me what if I remember you, who I played 6 months ago?
Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, game one gonna start. We have King K. Rool versus Falco. Yep, staying in that shield, not the good option versus that blunderbuss because it does turn into that command grab. Wait, up throw down air?
That's an interesting option.
I don't know if that works ever, but if it does, that's sick.
Okay, I really wanted him to get that.
That was just charging. Yeah, if Osiris side beat into him, go edge guard. Your downer is dumb. Yeah, I don't know why K. Rool's downer is so fast. Up smash frame like 5 or something, right?
Yeah, a lot of his moves are really fast, but just seems to have just weird animations.
It didn't. Oh man, that you know, the side B command grab almost comboed into him shooting back into the ball
projectile.
itself.
Yeah.
So that nair. We're gonna have a laser follow up. Nope, just gonna go with the straight offense. Edge pressure. Not gonna get it. The sidestep of the hitbox. I mentioned it.
Remember that down smash? Yeah, pretty good.
It's so good. It's so good. And then if you do a short hop air, oh, that is confirmed.
Yeah, up tilt confirms at basically all percents. I am convinced that if you're a heavy character, you're just never safe from up tilt back air.
That is very fair. Okay, nair, up tilt.
But
yeah, I was scared of the nair mash, so that was smart. I really like that dash back because again, that is one of the things you have to do to K. Rool is you have to just bait out his armor moves because you know they're punishable. They're all punishable.
Certainly, yeah. He's got a lot of, as we talked about, how his moves are quick, but they have a lot of cooldown. And then, okay, that's a bit of a whiff there.
And that's not real, especially at low percents. You're not going to really get hit by anything out of down throw until like 80% unless you just don't know how to mash.
True, it feels like stock one is always just like a test. How good can you mash?
Yeah, like I would always do it my first throw and just be like, I want to see like relatively. Oh, not going for the back throw off of that blunderbuss. That would have been such good stage positioning.
Certainly, not only stage positioning, Falco's recovery is kind of linear. So if you're King K. Rool and you can toss out a crown to cover side B,
well, actually, according to Leffen, it's the best recovery in the entire game.
Falco's?
No, I mean he said that he thought his recovery was like one of the best in the game, and that confused me. Shoutouts to early tier lists. Anyway, that backer gonna clean up the second stock for Linkling, putting him down to 1 stock. I just don't know. Like, I feel like the 2 times he had the opportunity to blow him off stage with the blunderbuss, he just didn't. And now he's just kind of throwing out moves. And like sometimes you're K. Rool, you can do that.
Yeah, you get the K. Rool privilege being a big boy with that belly armor, but I feel like in neutral, he's basically relying on like loose hits. Like he hasn't really chained together anything. He hasn't like forced his momentum into taking Osiris off stage and taking advantage of the fact that you've got good edge guard tools.
Yeah, and admittedly, he might not be comfortable using, you know, his best pressure tool in terms of crown. Is that going to kill? Yes, it will. It is. But he hasn't been using crown that much. But that's because Falco's shine starts reflecting on frame 1. So that hit above K. Rool.
Certainly true. But you have gut check as a response, and that lingering hitbox of Falco's side B isn't as good as it used to be.
True. Oh,
okay, that's true.
Oh, if he held it just a little bit longer, is that going to be stock?
Okay, that was not true at all. This man
down tilt has bajillion years of...
Down tilt's better, about 33% better, but you can still get out of it around 70% or so.
Okay.
You just got to get your
maybe
mash
scared to mash out and he didn't want to, like...
Get bet for an air dodge or something.
Ooh, nice. And Osiris, or rather, Linkling picking this the last stock, not going to quite die to that weak back air.
I'm liking Osiris' decision to basically respect the copter and just try to see if you can edge trap this K. Rool, because K. Rool doesn't really have good options getting up from the ledge. His get-up attack is pretty short range.
Just dash attack. I knew it. Why is no one punishing the illusion stuff? Oh, no, the directional air dodge. That's going to be game.
I mean, K. Rool's up B is pretty good. That may could come back from the depths, but when you're already that low in your directional air dodge, it's kind of like, well,
you just blast them.
Guess I'll die.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. You know, a lot of people, that's like their default option for some reason. I don't exactly know why.
Smash 4 habits die hard. That's you got to give it to that.
But
yeah, it's time to adapt. It's been a month.
Yeah, almost 2.
Yeah,
actually.
True. My God. I actually just got the game.
Or rather, no, like a month and a half. My bad.
I actually just got the game like 2 days ago.
I was thinking Genesis, so I'm just like, yeah, it's February. Okay.
Also, how pumped are you for Genesis?
I'm going to do better, hopefully, than here. But
I mean,
it's going to be good. I love Genesis has been like one of the Melee events that, like the Melee, like, you know, long-time Melee events that has treated the other games the best.
I agree with you there. I was an old Brawl hat, so I had to deal with a few events where like the Melee guys just like, all right, get off the main stage. We gotta get Melee going here.
Yeah.
But at Genesis, I never felt unwelcome.
It
it's
feels
a great
really equal.
community event.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna finally get to go to West Coast for this game, so that's gonna be exciting. Well, like actual West Coast players, not just Pacific Northwest. But anyway, Linkling is switching it to the dock. By the way, guys, it is not a PhD that Doc has. It is an MD. PhDs are completely different doctorates. You should make sure that you know that.
So you could, yeah, a medical doctor that researches can be a PhD. You can't have a
but
PhD
he's probably
and an MD.
not.
Oh my lord,
that was so good.
Dead?
Oh, I like the cape attempt, but too early. Tried to go for the new dunk, but not going to have it. But he's going.
I'm liking this change from Linkling. He started off a ret really quickly, and he had the opportunity to go a little bit farther there with the edge guard, though. Doc's tornado is actually
insane.
So good.
It's so good. Yeah, he's going for those side Bs. I don't know if those
just go tornado that. You can tornado and beat Falco up B every single time.
Or back air, or like a lot of things. But he's trying to go for that for the cape, and that back air not going to connect for Osiris. Like, I know he was looking for it, I guess, is what I meant to say. Oh, but the up smash is going to connect. That's going to be the first stock for Linkling, who still is not playing at Link or Inkling. That's crazy.
Okay.
Oh!
Don't roll in. Don't roll in, son. That was rough. Yeah. Osiris basically had that red. He's like, listen, if you touch a button anywhere near me, you're catching this forward smash.
Yeah, and also, like, sometimes actually, like, the movement does buffer in this game a lot, so, like, sometimes that is accidental. But, you know, sometimes you just want to get into center stage. You're like, okay, I'm scared. I need to, like, go in.
Don't want to get stuck at edge. It's like, all right, I'll roll into the man who's charging that forward smash. And then every now and then you take the little voice in the back of your head, and you're like, why did you tell me to do that?
And it's just like, because, haha. It's like, oh, thanks. Anyway, okay, there's another up tilt. Such a good anti-air, and the fact that it confirms is so, so good. Like, running up tilt for Falco is definitely one of his best tools when he's juggling his opponents. But again, this pressure, like, Linkling is just hitting all the right buttons when he's just in neutral, like or I guess like in more like advantage state, like or like the scrap situations. He's really good in the scrappy situations.
I'm loving the way he's approaching it. Osiris is basically trying to like compensate by just dash dancing a lot and taking advantage of the fact
There it is.
Doc has bad movement, but you know what else is pretty bad is Doc's recovery. That man is not coming back from this.
But I mean, he was at like 115 and Osiris was at like 70, so
yeah,
I mean, we will gladly,
trade.
like it sucks that it did trade, but we will take those.
Not only will we take those, but remember how we were just talking about how good that tornado was?
Yeah.
What percent did that kill at?
I think he got hit at like 72 and died.
Yeah, it was insane.
And he died first, so if that happens again, like if that happens this stock,
this man wins the game.
Yeah, exactly. Although Osiris putting on so much damage, saying like, you know, it's getting kind of close. I don't really want this to actually happen in your favor, so let me just kind of be more solid. You know, doesn't want that comeback to happen like did last game with the K-Roll. But, you know, Linkling is getting started. Down throw Cyclone not going to connect.
And what we're seeing a little bit of is Linkling taking that back air, but Osiris going to take that one with a quick 2-0. Linkling was actually trying to get the momentum back and start like one of those long extended combo chains that Doc has where you get a couple regrabs, take him to the side of the stage, and maybe get that tornado going.
Yeah.
But he just couldn't get his footing.
And
Osiris
then he went
did
for
a great job.
Yeah, and then he went for that down throw Cyclone instead of like down throw like up air to like just keep advantage. Because like sometimes, you know, if you are getting come back on,
yeah,
like if you are winning and the your opponents are coming back, like you start getting like, oh god, I have to like make sure I land, I have to make sure I do all these things, and then you end up just falling for like the most simple things because you're like, I have to get back right now, and they just like side B into the center of the stage and for like charge forward smash or something.
That's